All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Just wanted to go into this quick article. At this point, we all know about what's going on in Portland. All right, with the DHS and the federal troops out there. All right, who are they're not really talking. They're more aggressive than the National Guard, and they're really out there. All right, which people don't want them out there. But here it says, we won't retreat. DHS chief defends proactive arrests amid Portland riots. Stokes minority report dystopia outcry. All right, and proactive arrests. All right, is sort of like when you're being proactive, you're sort of that prevention is better than a cure kind of thing. Stop it before it happens. So it says the head of the Department of Homeland Security set off alarms after saying that federal agents were making proactive arrests in Portland amid heated protests, drawing comparisons to the dystopian prime crime or pre-crime of Minority Report. Acting DHS Secretary Chad Wolf um, appeared on a Fox News segment on Tuesday night discussing the ongoing protests and riots across Portland, which he says have continued for 52 nights in a row as federal officers there are stretched to the limit. All right, and let's take a look at this video here. Look at this. Let me play it back. Damn. All right, you see that? Now, all this is happening, and as the scriptures tell you in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, right around the 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th verse, it tells you that what? They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Now, they have the guts to do this because these troops haven't opened fire yet. Now let's say as they were doing that, one of the troops came and shot all three of them. What do you think? You think they'd be acting up then? Hell no. All right. It says the idea that protesters, or it says because we don't have that local law enforcement support, we are having to go out and proactively arrest individuals, and we need to do that because we need to hold them accountable. Wolf told Fox Martha McCallum this idea that protesters can attack federal property and law enforcement officers and go to the other side of the street and say, you can't touch me, is ridiculous. We can't do that in any other type of law enforcement. You see that? So they're saying, look, man, you're basically making it look as though these law enforcement agents are just pushovers, all right. But now they're trying to bring back that instilling the fear back into the people, basically showing them who's in the power. See, the comments soon inspired countless comparisons of Minority Report, Philip K. Dick's 1956 classic, in which a technologically advanced police division sniffs out pre-crime, locking up helpless suspects uh, before they commit any offense. Says the Trump administration has now reached the Minority Report phase of this dystopian nightmare. The only thing that's missing is the precogs. All right. Says acting DHS secretary on deploying federal officers to Portland riots. In other words, they're arresting people who haven't actually done anything wrong. Welcome to 2020 Minority Report edition. Um, it says, weren't proactive arrests the premise of the Spielberg movie Minority Report? Wasn't that supposed to be a futuristic sci-fi horror story? Well, now it's a present day so-called sci-fi horror story. It says, some argued that proactive arrests are not a thing under U.S. law, apparently referring to the need for probable cause, which other critics said federal agents were effectively kidnapping innocent and peaceful protesters. And what they're doing is they're showing their teeth little by little because they're about to bring down that great wrath. All right, and that's why people now say, "Oh, this unconstitutional," so on and so forth. They said they're not going to back down. All right. Proactive arrest is very much not a thing under United States law. Acting DHS Secretary Chad Wold says the actions of his department in Portland are proactive arrests of individuals and argues that his stormtroopers aren't bound by the physical jurisdiction of federal property. All right, let me see how long this video is.
Using sledgehammers. Yeah, I mean, we're watching scenes right now of people using sledgehammers. The least of the aggressiveness is the gross graffiti that is just everywhere, all over these buildings. I mean, a message is a message, and a message can be very powerful. But defacing public property is against the law. Correct?
Absolutely. Anytime that you attack a federal facility, such as a courthouse there in Portland, that is a federal crime. Attacking federal police officers, law enforcement officers, which they have done for 52 nights in a row, is a federal crime. And so the department, because we don't have that local support, that local law enforcement support, we are having to go out and proactively arrest individuals. And we need to do that because we need to hold them accountable. This idea that they can attack federal property and law enforcement officers and go to the other side of the street and say, you can't touch me, is ridiculous. We don't do that in any other type of law enforcement. We pursue a criminal. We investigate. We pull them over if you have probable cause. We arrest them. We charge them, and we prosecute them. And you need to hold individuals accountable. And when we don't do that, I think we get what we see in Portland today.
Yeah.
There you go. So all you out there, protest this, protest that. Well, guess what? They consider you criminals, and guess what? They're about to come for your asses, man. Last time I checked, a proactive arrest was was kidnapping. Proactive arresting. Did just say that? Arresting people who have not committed an act that warrants arrest. Innocent, peaceful. They don't care, man. They don't care. Really, listen. They don't care what you have to say. You could come out and say, "Oh, this, and that," but they have the power. Okay, they have the power, man. And when they decide to clamp down full force, you can fight back, but you're not really gonna be able to stand, all right, against their weaponry, man. Lest you have the Most High Yahweh and His Son Yahweh on your side. You got people talking about, "Oh, I got my guns ready." They will blow you away. Their arsenal will make you look like you come into a gunfight with a knife, man, with a butter knife. All right. It says the DHS says the protests have not remained peaceful, insisting it has been forced to make arrests to keep agents safe, with Wolf repeatedly citing lack of support from local police. What is occurring in Portland in the early hours of every morning is not peaceful protesting, Wolf said at a Tuesday press briefing, adding, "If you are a violent rioter looking to inflict damage to federal property or law enforcement officers, you need to find another line of work. We will not retreat. We will continue to protect our facilities and law enforcement officers." See, they said, "No, we're not about to retreat." All right, let's take a look at this. Oh, see that? They're not here to talk. Yeah, so hey, and like the dude said, that's criminal activity. So, like we've been telling you, just you wait, because right now they're shooting the tear gas and the rubber bullets and stuff. But wait till they start using lethal force, man. Wait till man, you'll see, you'll see. It says a growing number of federal agents have been deployed to Portland in recent weeks as protests rage on in the city kicked off in the wake of George Floyd's killing in police custody in May. Under an executive order signed by U.S. President Donald Trump in late June, a federal task force was created to protect historical monuments and other federal property from vandalism, which have become a frequent target for activists since the deployment began. Reports have emerged from the city that unmarked agents are snatching demonstrators off the streets, some seemingly at random. However, the DHS insists its tactics are legal. All right. So you have people that are saying, no, you can't do this. This is unconstitutional. And then you got the DHS saying, no, 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 don't. We know what we're doing and we're not going to stop. All right. So, like I said, this is only a part of the escalation. All right. Now, this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 11. It says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. All right. So, when they, for example, 2016, when Trump got elected, all right, yeah, people were like, Trump is bad, but they didn't think that what he's doing now, all right, they didn't see what he's doing now, all right, which what right now what they're doing is they're starting to speak as that dragon. They're bringing out, because what's the nature of a dragon in comparison to the nature of a lamb? A lamb is harmless, all right. A dragon is very dangerous. That joint will, it'll rip you up with its teeth or it'll burn you with its fire. Okay, and that's where you're starting to see the more draconian style, hardcore lockdown, laws. All right, and measures being taken. Okay, and like we said, it's only a matter of time, man. So keep your eyes out. All right, and really, really, don't be out there doing no protest, nothing, man. Unless you gotta, take care of whatever you gotta take care of, you do that, and just being out there for no reason, just running around. All right, that's not really gonna do nothing. The scriptures tell you in the book of Sirach that if you don't have a reason to be out, don't be out. That busybody stuff, and hey, you might get caught up in somebody else's judgment. All right. But anyway, I'm gonna end it off here. Hope this was edifying to the elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Wadash. Until next time, Shalom.